Hello YouTube family, welcome back to another video. I really appreciate all of you guys for the support, comments, likes, whatever you guys give me, follow. I really appreciate all of that. I love you guys. Thank you so much. So today I just wanted to show you guys this setup, which to me is considered the golden setup, right? This is a pretty great setup and it's pretty much what we always do, but this time we have an additional confluence, which is the one I have been talking about in previous videos, which is the SMT divergence, which is a game changer. I've made at least 3-4 videos about this. I have been forward testing this because I cannot back test it. Reason being is because we use a divergence between two correlated pairs, meaning in my case I use ES and NQ, so it's not possible for me to backtest with these two pairs all at once. So I have been forward testing this and I have been noticing that this is a pretty high win rate setup, right? So pretty much here what we have, same confluences as always, right? I had here price coming into my daily point of interest. I always have points of interest for the day. This was my point of interest for the day. This happened around 6 in the morning UK time. If you were in New York, you would have missed this unless you were awake in the middle of the night to trade this. But pretty much what happened was, you guys can see here how we manipulated this high. And why do I say there's a manipulation? This is a clear bearish engulfing candle, right? There's a lot of people selling here. This is a great point of liquidity where there's a lot of stop losses because everyone is selling this market. And then we can see how we swept the high, we tapped into my point of interest, and then we had a shifting structure over here. So this pretty much is my entry criteria. You guys already know that I have been showing this since I started making videos. So pretty much what we always do, we'll usually be looking for a 69% retracement, which will be here, but since we did not come, we just extend our Fibonacci here. Now another great thing is that we left some imbalances in here, and there's a 5 minutes order block here which had to be mitigated. Pretty much 5 minutes order block, some imbalance that needed to fill. So we know that price needs to always fill these imbalances. Now the reason why I always go for the 69 is because sometimes we miss out on trades because we want to get in on the best price possible, and sometimes the price just does not reach our point, right? So we also, you guys can see here, we had an SMT divergence, and I'm just gonna go through real quick with you guys what an SMT divergence is. Basically NQ and ES are correlated, like I said before. On here, ES made a new high, but when we look at NQ did not make a new high, right? You guys can see here, that's pretty much the same. This thing happened around 5 to 6. We did not make a new high. When we look at ES did make a new high, and this is showing us that there has been a manipulation, right? So price wants to go down, but ES made sure to liquidate these highs, manipulate these highs, fill in their orders so they can sell. And it's even more interesting because we've had some news events today, right? So even before the news event came out, we were already being given sell signal. So the big boys knew they wanted to sell, they knew they wanted to dump this market, so they were already manipulating to sell. This was around, the news event was around here, you know. What is happening now, price is going up, of course, because they need to manipulate this. They need to manipulate the lows so they can keep going up. That's just how it works, right? So pretty much, if we take into consideration point of interest, which is basically the only time where you're looking at the charts, right? Most people think, oh, I'm staring at the charts all day. I'm not staring at the charts all day. I'm only looking at price. Once price it's in my point of interest, that's when I start looking at the charts. So price is in my point of interest. I look for a form of, if there's an accumulation followed by a manipulation and an extension, that is awesome. I love that. So pretty much what I'm looking for a liquidity grab and a breaking structure to the other side, which is signaling a change of character, trending structure, whatever you wanna call it, and some imbalance and order blocks that we need to fill, we need to mitigate. And then I look for a retracement, which is basically a discounted price for me to keep going towards that trend. Plus, now we have SMT divergences as confluence, right? Which to me, it's awesome. I do use divergence, but I use divergence on the RSI, and that has already made my win rate to be a lot higher. Without the RSI divergence, my win rate was a bit lower. Once I started implementing RSI divergence, my win rate got to be a lot higher. But now, if I actually start implementing SMT divergence on my confluences as well, I think my win rate will be a lot higher. I think I will be taking a lot less trades, that's for sure, but my win rate will be higher. You know, less is more. So this is definitely something that I need to work on. I did not take this trade because unfortunately I was studying all night for my college exams, and I decided to nap for a lot more today. I say, you know what, nothing's gonna happen. We're gonna have some major news event. I don't think we're gonna have any trade opportunity, but we actually ended up to have a great opportunity. The way I look at it, I could be either be like, oh shit, I lost this opportunity. Oh my god, like I could be up on my funded account, you know, like all of these things. But the way I look at it is that there's opportunities in the markets. There's a lot of opportunity in the market. Almost every single day, something happens in the markets, right? And the way I look at it, just the fact that I'm aware of where to look for this opportunity, I'm aware that these opportunities happen, and I know I can capitalize on these opportunities. Now, whether I capitalize or not is going to be up to me, right? It's only up to me. As a trader, I need to be a lot more consistent and disciplined. That has to do with me. But being aware of the fact that these opportunities are out there in the markets and they can be taken advantage of, it's already awesome. Like, I know this is possible. It's only up to me, which I know I'm also improving as a person and as a trader, which I know I can get there. I can get to the point where I can actually capitalize on big moves like this, and you know, can start banking a lot of money, get my funded account, and all of these things we actually want to manifest into a reality. So that's pretty much what I wanted to tell you guys. If you are struggling as a trader, just make sure that you're not being delusional, right? You think you have a strategy, but you don't. You need to have back tested data. You need to see that your strategy actually works and does make sense. Like, for example, here, I'm always looking for a manipulation followed by an extension. Not always I'm going to get that, of course, because sometimes I can mistake in something for a manipulation, which is not. Here it is clear a manipulation because we can see, if you know anything about technical analysis, if you have read anything about engulfing candles, things like that, there's a lot of people selling this market, right? Reason being, I would have sold this market too if I was in a point of interest, because we swept this high, right? This is a doji candle, which is signaling a lot of people to sell. We swept this high, and then we made a new break of structure, but price was not in my point of interest, so I'm not even looking at this, right? So if price is not in my point of interest, I'm not even looking at the charts. Now, when price did in fact tap into my point of interest, that's when I'm looking at the charts, and we do in fact sweep this high, and then we made a break of structure, and then we also had an an RSI divergence, and we also had an SMT divergence. Basically, all of our confluences were in place, which, you know, that's pretty much what we want for a high probability trade. And yeah, that's pretty much what I had to tell you guys. Just keep up the work. Don't let yourself down, right? I could be really down because I missed on this trade, but since, you know, I was doing other things, I was getting my day-to-day life things done. And I know one trade is not going to change my life, but just knowing, being aware that these opportunities are there, and I'm able to capitalize on them, I'm able to recognize them. This is already great progress, right? So let's keep it up. Let's keep our heads up. Let's keep being positive. Always believe in yourself. It is very essential for you to believe yourself, believe that you're capable of doing things, believing that you're capable of being part of the 10% that are actually consistently profitable. And yeah, keep it up. Thanks again for watching. Thumbs up, comment. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.